Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode number 99 of Minnows to Kings in San Marino with SS Cosmos, where today's episode we are taking on our Champions League group, Champions League Cup Group C. In our 13th season, we're starting off away at the Santiago Bernabeu. You may notice here that Pavel Ilyashev has picked up a torn pectoral muscle. He is out for 2 to 6 weeks. So unfortunately we're missing our regista for possibly most of the Champions League group stages. As a result, we're having to play Alfie Moon as the regista today. Other than that, it is a pretty settled lineup. So, you know, we've got a lot of stuff to get into this episode. We're not going to hang about too long. I just noticed Amelsberger there is not in agreeing. Neither is Ricky North. Ricky North was actually sent off in his first game in the Champions League for his that 20 aggression. Really came to fruition there. But so we're taking on Real Madrid. One substitute outside the match squad. Have I? Okay. I played a friendly. There was 19 days since the end of the last episode to this first game against Real Madrid. So I had a friendly against Shakhtar. It was actually part of one of the deals to sell either Engelhardt or Avenatti. So I got one in there. Anyway, Real Madrid squad. Kylian Mbappe starts. Camavinga is still in there. He's now the captain. Matteo Ramos, do you think that could be Sergio Ramos's spawn? Could be. Kieran Tierney at Real Madrid. That's interesting. Anyway, Real Madrid, first game of the season. All right, first highlight of the game. It's an Mbappe corner, and it's Matteo Ramos meets it at the near post. And we find ourselves behind inside 4 minutes, which is not a great start to the game. Who was supposed to be marking Ramos there? He's just left his man. It's Cesarini, the man on loan from Torino, and that is not the best start to the game. Can we redeem ourselves almost immediately though? It's John into Ramiro to poor header though, and now Bastoni to Talas Gabriel. Real Madrid play the way out of trouble quite well there. It's Kylian Mbappe, the danger man. It's well picked off by John though. Now north to Alfie Moon, looking over the top towards Ramiro. Has Ramiro got the pace? No, he hasn't. Nikolic gets there. Now it's Thomas and Camavinga. Again, we've cut that one out well though. It's Cesarini feeding it to Cirillo. Finds Alfie Moon. Now Ricky North. Yong Hee. We're spreading the ball out wide to the right. Now it's John. Can we get the ball into the box? It's a good effort, but it's well cut out by Bastoni. This is quite a long highlight as now Gabriel sets Ramos over the top. It's a good save by Alberto Marin, the new goalkeeper there. Mbappe with a deep free kick. Marin, not entirely sure what he did there. I believe we've given away a penalty though. It looks like we have given away a penalty. Okay. Referee says it's a penalty. Camavinga was shoved by Ramiro. This has not been the best of starts to this Champions League group stage, has it? Of course, we are away at the Bernabeu. Mbappe with a penalty anyway. Marin goes the right way, but it is now 2-0 to Real Madrid. Real Madrid on the attack again. It's Kylian Mbappe to Camavinga. Gabriel, now Thomas. We're out quick to him, but he's done his man there. It gets the ball across towards Torres, and it's well blocked by Amelsberger there. But it is going to be a corner to Real Madrid, which is going to be swung in by Mbappe. We've defended this one well. It's a good header away from the defender. I didn't catch which one it was, but Real Madrid still come with Mbappe again. Another ball into the box, and again it's Matteo Ramos. Kylian Mbappe is destroying us at the minute, along with his partner Ramos there. We're 3-0 down after half an hour. There's just no marking whatsoever. No marking at all from these set pieces. Maybe I've inadvertently changed something. I'll have to have a look at that. Obviously before the next game, the Arsenal game. Right, Mbappe with a corner for Real Madrid. It's nearly a third goal conceded from a set piece there. In fact, it would have been all 4 goals from a set piece. Bodo have taken the lead away at Arsenal. I've just noticed that pop up. No, that's not good for us, as Bodo are the team that we are looking to beat into that third place. Hopefully Arsenal can get themselves back into that, managed by Jurgen Klopp. Real Madrid free kick to be taken by Mbappe again. He's gone for goal this time. Marin beats it away, and Yong Hee finishes the clearance. We've got some goal line technology going on there. Right, Yao Bosco down the right hand side for Real Madrid. He's been allowed to go a long way. It's towards Gekini. we got to challenge him, but no, it's Mitchell instead to Talis Gabriel. Finds Mitchell again to Bosco. They get the ball into the box, and it's Gagini, and it's now 4-0 to Real Madrid. We're going to get a VAR for offside, which knowing our luck, it's going to be allowed. This has been a poor showing in the Bernabeu. It has actually been disallowed, so we keep the score to 3. But this has not been the best of performances from SS Cosmos to start this group stage off. And at the end of the game, it stays 3-0. It was a poor performance by us, both the fullbacks with red ratings there. Marin, the only real player who performed well in our squad. He faced 12 shots on target. We didn't have a single shot on target, so that is highly disappointing. XG wise, we didn't offer anything. And as far as the other game in the group went, Arsenal did turn that around. They scored 3 goals in the last 13 minutes of the game. Saka, Bulgarian and Aron to beat Bodo 3-1, which is good for us. Disappointing to lose to Real Madrid. Of course, it's Arsenal up next for us, and that's going to be the next game. Right, we're into the Arsenal game now. We're at home for the first time round against Arsenal. We are on the attack inside the 80th minute. It's Yong Hee with the free kick. It's held it away by Blanco though. It comes as far as Alfonso to Nunez. Back to Alfaro, Alfonso, Cirillo. Of course, we're looking to get our Champions League campaign on the way here, really. We didn't even have a shot on target in the last game. Anyway, Cesarini, that's easily cut out by Odegaard, and now it's Blanco to Marcus Aurelio, Odegaard and Ogar. Looking along down the line towards Aron. And just like that, our attack has turned into an Arsenal attack. It's now Uvard getting inside to the penalty area. He pulls the ball across towards Aron. It's a great block by Amelsberger. But still, Arsenal coming with 8 Nuri. Great ball in. The defenders missed it. Ogar's now got it. It's pulled it back for Aron. And Arsenal take the lead in the 9th minute. And our disappointing start to this Champions League group stage continues. We don't seem to be getting any better. It's a great goal by Arsenal. Great ball in. The defender there absolutely missed it. Who was it? It's Cesarini again. That's 2 games in a row. Cesarini's been at fault for the opposition goal. We have had a shot on target this time round though. As now it's Marin with the goal kick for Cosmos. Going along towards North, nods it on Cirillo. Now Yong Hee through on goal, the young South Korean, and he's absolutely blasted it over. Amelsberger with a deep free kick, finds Alfie Moon, and now Yong Hee, Ramiro, North, looking for Ramiro against poor ball back, and it's cut out by Bozovic. Now it's Uvard looking over the top towards Aron, but Nunez does get there first. Marin goes long. Is Ramiro underneath this? He's rolled a Bozovic. Ramiro through. Ramiro with the effort, and Pedro Ramiro gets the first goal of the group stage for Cosmos with an absolutely fantastic strike from range. Really, he's done really well. Rolled his man, rolled Bozovic, jumps underneath the ball, brings it down on his chest. Effort from outside the area into the far corner, and Cosmos are up and running this season in the Champions League. Approaching half time now, and it is a Cosmos on the attack again. It's a long throw by Cesarini, gets it back, and that's just clipped the outside of the post, I think. The effort from the left back there, Cesarini. Incidentally, Bodo are 1-0 up against Real Madrid, so that's not good for us. Hopefully Real Madrid can turn that around. But at half time whistle, it's been all Arsenal, really. If you have a look at it, XG wise, it's not too far apart. I think we've played quite well, to be fair. It's a corner for Arsenal taken by Odegaard. It's towards Aron again. Again, we've been beaten in the air from a corner. That's quite disappointing the way that we're defending corners at the minute. But Cesarini now coming forward for Cosmos. Finds Cirillo. Back to Alfie Moon. Now Alfonso to Amelsberger. We're forced all the way back towards Alberto Marin here. What can he conjure up for us? He goes long, and he's given the ball straight to Blanco. Poor distribution there. Now it's Ogar. Great tackle by Alfonso though. Now Ramiro. Cirillo feeds Ramiro again. Ramiro to put us in the lead, and he's put it just wide of the post. Pedro Ramiro with the excellent effort there. Excellent opportunity for us to take the lead over Arsenal. Bodo are still 1-0 up against Real Madrid. Marin with the goal kick for Cosmos. He goes along again. Ramiro, can he roll his man? No, Bozovic wins the header this time. Now it's 8 Nuri to Uvard. Back to 8 Nuri again. He's got Aron ahead of him. It's a great sliding tackle by Amelsberger, but Odegaard picks up the ball. Now it's 8 Nuri again, feeding Uvard down this left-hand side. Alfaro gets there though, and it's cleared by Nunez, only as far as 8 Nuri again, seeing a lot of the ball on this left hand side. Great ball across towards Ogar, and Anthony Ogar puts Arsenal back in the lead 2-1. And again, we've been beaten in the air from across. It would have been Cesarini again at that far post. We did really well initially to clear the ball. It wasn't the best of clearances by Nunez. It's a great ball in by 8 Nuri, and indeed it is Cesarini at that far post, beaten in the air again. As I've said a few times this season, fullback, over the last few seasons, fullback is an area that we struggle. Odegaard with a corner though, and it's Bozovic, and it's headed in by Aaron at this time, and we find ourselves 3-1 down in pretty quick succession. We've done quite well in this game. I'm going to have to make some changes. In fact, let's skip the replay. I'm going to have to make some changes here. I'm going to get Stephen John on for Alfaro. Alfaro's pretty tired. Revolta as well is going to come on. Alfonso's not having the best of games. We'll make those two changes. See if we can at least pull a goal back. I need Real Madrid to score though in Norway. Right, Arsenal again. It's a free kick by Odegaard, and it's Valverde's put it in. I don't know what the goalkeeper was doing there. Hopefully VAR is going to spare the goalkeeper's blushes here, because that was a shocking bit of goalkeeping by Marin there to let that go underneath him. And VAR has spared his blushes. He spared the team's blushes. We don't do very well against Arsenal, really, do we? Bodo are still winning though, which is the biggest concern, and it does look like Bodo have pulled that win off. Again, we were pretty poor with just the 3 shots on target. We did score a goal this time around, but still not the greatest of performances. And indeed, Bodo did hold on to that win against Real Madrid, so that puts them in pole position for that 3rd place in the group, which is not good for us. The 2 games against Bodo now look really, really important. Right, getting into the 3rd game now, Bodo Glimt. You can see Real Madrid have beaten Arsenal 3-0. We've got a couple of injuries to talk about, including the goalkeeper. Marin is injured for 3 to 5 weeks, so we're having to bring Tronsdal back to play in goal. He's okay, not quite on the same level as Marin. Revolta has also picked up an injury, 2 to 4 weeks, which means with Eric Seri, who's still kicking about, is on the bench along with Luca Brizzi. Ottaviani also picked up an injury as well. So the lineup that we're going to go with today is Tronsdal. Cabrera is going to be playing in goal. Cesarini also picked up an injury. So Cabrera at left back, the 2 familiar centre backs, both of which are in need of a rest. By the way, not both of them. Young He is also coming back as needing a rest, which is a little bit worrying when you consider that the natural fitness of Nunez is 15, Young He is 16, and these are the 2 players that the game is saying need a rest. But Iryashev has made the return from injury, which is great. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, why everybody's highlighted in blue. Yeah, Iryashev is back. Obviously, he's lacking match fitness, but that completes our midfield 4 now, and up front we're the same. So this is a must-win game for us, absolutely must-win game for us if we've got any hope of progressing further in Europe this season. Also, to keep the coefficients ticking over, we do need to get some wins in on the board as well. So, you know, we're at home this time round against the Norwegians. We are actually the favourites for the game, believe it or not. So, yeah, hoping for a big result here. And we're into the 9th minute, and it's a corner for Bodo, and they've won the header again. But thankfully for us, it has gone wide of the post. But it's Solheim now for Bodo to Nordas. Finds Solheim again, the ball into the box. It's easily dealt with by Cabrera, but Renberg picks up the second ball, advancing towards that byline, looking to get the ball into the box. He does. It's deep and it's long towards the far post, but they have won the header, and the defence hasn't dealt with it. We have put in a couple of fantastic blocks there, but we should be dealing with that much better. And in the end, the effort comes in from Tunketti, which is nicely saved by Tronsdal, of course the Norwegian, playing against the Norwegian club. But we're under the hammer here straight away from Bodo, and it's a Renberg corner again. This time we do win the header, and it's headed away only as far as Hagen to Sandvik. Of course, Bodo did beat Real Madrid in the last round of fixtures. Right, Cosmos on the attack down the left-hand side. The throw-in by Cabrera to Estevan Cirillo. Back over the top towards Cirillo. Can we get an effort in on target? It's a poor effort there. It's easy for Pettersson in goal for Bodo there. We've been a little bit underwhelming, to be fair, in this game. Nordas doesn't win the header there. It's Amelsberg who does win the header. Now it's John advancing down the right-hand side. Forced inside to North. Now Young He, can he pick up one of those passes? He can't. It's Iryashev instead to Alfonso. Cirillo straight out to the left towards Cabrera. Gets the ball into the box towards Ramiro. And Pedro Ramiro, with his second goal in the group stage, puts Cosmos 1-0 up in this game. which is exactly what we needed. Like I say, we've been underwhelming so far. It's a fantastic bit of build-up play. Iryashev with the ball across, one touch football by Alfonso and Cirillo. Cabrera with the cross from the left-hand side. Ramiro beats his man to the near post. Goalkeeper didn't stand a chance. And that is the half-time whistle. Like I say, we've sort of grown into the game towards the end of the half there, but we've not seen any of the ball passes completed. You can see just how little of the ball we have seen. So Bodo have been the better team, but we are the team that is 1-0 up coming into this second half. And now Bodo on the attack with Samsted with a throw-in to Renberg. Now Nordas. Tunketti finds Halvorsen over the top, but John is there to cut that one out. And out Amelsberger. Nunez looking for North. Iryashev, can he find a pass? No, it's Yong-hee instead. Can he find the pass? But instead it's Alfonso with the ball over the top towards Pedro Ramiro, who's in goal. Can he get his second? He can. Pedro Ramiro makes it 2-0 to Cosmos with his 17th goal of the season. And that's exactly what we want to see from our new man up top. It's a great ball over the top by Alfonso. Again, some nice passing in the middle of the park. First time ball by Alfonso. Ramiro's got the pace in behind. Calmly slots it past the goalkeeper to put us 2-0 up, and that's really, really good because that's half of this, reducing this deficit in goal difference now that we've got to Bodo, and you can see that we're all level. We're now ahead of them on head-to-head. As again, we're straight into our next highlight, and it's Solheim with the throw into Nordas. If we can pinch the ball high up the field here, that would be great. Pettersson with the goalkeeper goes long, but it's easy for Amelsberger, and he finds Cabrera. Cabrera feeds Yong-hee to Iryashev. Amelsberger again, and now Yong-hee. What a fantastic ball that is by Yong-hee to Cabrera, and Ramiro's in there for his hat-trick, but it falls to Cirillo instead. Esteval Cirillo with his 8th goal of the season, and that is now game over. Cosmos 3, Bodo Glimt 0 in the 63rd minute. Cirillo with the deep free kick in the 69th minute, and it's a fantastic free kick. It forces the save from Pettersson, and it's going to be a corner kick to Cosmos to be swung in by Yong-hee again towards Nunez, but it's well headed away, and now Seri carrying the ball out for Bodo. Again, another corner, Yong-hee with this one towards Nunez again. Nunez gets his head on the ball, and Nunez has hit the crossbar, and it's cleared by Lawson. Alright, approaching the end of the game now. Solheim with the throw-in for Bodo to Tunketti. Looks to feed the ball, but it's well cut out by Cabrera. Cabrera's played really well here, and Tronsdal goes long, looking for Ramiro, but Seri is underneath it. Now it's Eid to Solheim again. To Solbakken, advancing down this left-hand side. Now Ald again. It's a good ball in, and Renberg really should do better with the header there for Bodo. But that should be the game. That should be a nice, comfortable 3-0 win at the San Marino Stadium for Cosmos, and that gets our, you can see in terms of XG in the second half, we just came out firing. And it's a fantastic performance. Ramiro with the man of match with 2 goals. That's absolutely awesome. And in terms of what that does for the group, it now sees us go into that 3rd place against Bodo. Of course, on head-to-head, we do now have the better goal difference courtesy of that 3-0 win. But the next game in Norway is just as important for us. We need to pick up the victory there if we're to guarantee this 3rd spot in the group. Right, guys, game week 4 of the Champions League group stages. We've picked up another injury. It is this time to Stefan John, the right back. So Alfaro has come in. Nunez and Yong-hee still complaining of being in need of rest. Well, the players themselves aren't complaining. The fitness coach is in fact the one complaining. It's really, really concerning considering how good their natural fitness is. But other than that, it is the same lineup that, other than Alfaro, of course, it is the same lineup that convincingly beat Bodo in the last game. They are the slight favourites this time around, so hopefully we can still pick up the result. It's crucial for us finishing 3rd in this group. Right, and we're off then. 15 minutes in, we are in our change kit this time around, our white kit. It's a ball forward there looking for Cirillo, but it's easily cut out. Now Pettersson, the Glimt goalkeeper, goes long, but Amelsberger wins that in the air quite nicely. Now it's Alfaro to Yong-hee. Feeds Alfonso. What a great pass round the corner by Yong-hee. Jeremias Alfonso puts Cosmos ahead inside the 16th minute. That's a fantastic pass by the young South Korean there. Absolutely fantastic pass, who incidentally has just been called back up to the South Korean squad. Iryashev has been called up to the Kosovan squad as well. What an awesome pass that is, and it's a great one by Alfonso. So yeah, we've got some young 18-year-olds who are getting into their national teams here, which is really, really good. That puts us on to 6 points, just a point behind Real Madrid and Arsenal. They're playing each other and they're drawing as it is. So it's a long shot, but we could still get 2nd in the group. But I do highly doubt it. Renberg with the corner for Bodo just before half-time, and they've won that in the air. And Tom Sandvik has pulled one back for Bodo. That's their first highlight of the game. They've offered nothing so far going forward, but once again we have not defended a set piece. Who was supposed to be marking him? Let's see if we can see. Well, there's 3 of them all by themselves, and our little gaggle of players here. I really need to have a look at the defensive corner strategies, but that is going to get us into half time. It's a game which we have actually, in terms of shots, dominated, but we do find ourselves level at the break, which of course is not what we want. We do need to be beating Bodo here to pretty much guarantee us that 3rd place in the group, which is vitally important for keeping this save going forward. As now it's Bodo on the attack again, with Samsted gets the ball into the box again, and the attacker's taken a dive there. Solbakken has just fallen over, but we're going to have a penalty against us because football manager things. We've gone to VAR, and it is going to be a penalty. I don't know why we needed VAR. Nunez put his hands on Solbakken illegally, as the commentary has said there. Tronsdal against Tunekti, and Tronsdal makes the save. What a great save by Ole Gunnar in goal there to keep the scores level. It is going to be a corner though. Can we defend this one? It's at Renberg. Goes deep again, and Alfonso heads this one away. Only as far as Lawson though, who's going to pick it up to Samsted. Hagen, Sandvik again. They're still coming forward. Tunekti back out wide towards Samsted, and the highlights ended. Thank you, Football Manager. Another corner for Bodo to be taken by Renberg again, and Lawson gets his head on this one, but it's a harmless header over the top. Esteval Cirillo with the free kick for Cosmos though. It's headed away by Sandvik, but Cabrera picks it up, looking for Nunez. It's well cut off by Halforsen though. Cleared only as far as Alfie Moon. Can we build from the back now? Can we get something going with Alfie? Feeds Alfaro. Comes back to Alfie Moon. Now it's Yong Hee. Can he pick out another one of those passes? He can. It's Ramiro, and it's a good save by Pettersson. It is going to go for a corner to Cosmos though, which is going to be taken by Yong Hee. Looking for that near post, and Nunez again. Nunez gets his head on the ball, but it's gone just over the bar. Straight into another highlight though. Pettersson with a goal kick. Halforsen's underneath it, but Alfonso wins the head, and now it's Cirillo. Ramiro, has he got the pace to beat the defender? It pays. I've got no idea what that was. I think he was looking for Cabrera, but it was absolutely shocking. Now Renberg's got the ball to Connell, all the way back to Pettersson in goal. Goes long, but it's easy for Amelsberger. Heads it down to Alfonso. Now Iryashev. Yong Hee looking for Cirillo. This is the opportunity for Cirillo. Squares to Ramiro, and it's a great defensive block by the defender there. You fancy Cirillo to go by himself there. He's only on a 6.4. It's now 6.6, but Yong Hee with the corner again, looking towards Nunez again. It's headed away though by Sandvik, and now Hagen looking to get Renberg away. Renberg is going to get to the ball first. Has he got any support? He has. He's got Tunekti. We've forced him backwards though as far as Solheim. That's good defending. 15 minutes to get a winner though, and we've just entered stoppage time. Alfie Moon, as the ball midfielder, has actually picked up an injury. That's not great. We've got Revolta. In fact, I'm not sure where North is. I didn't really look. We're going to have to bring Revolta on for the final couple of minutes. He's not suited to that ball with midfielder role, but the time is ticking over, and it's going to be a draw away in Norway in a game which is that's quite disappointing, to be fair. It's a game that we absolutely dominated. The goalkeeper had a 7.3. I was at a 7.5, saying that. Of course, he did save a penalty, but 1-1 is not ideal. And what that does for the group, you can see that Real Madrid, they went 1-0 down to Arsenal. They have actually come back, turned that round to a 2-1 victory with Mbappe getting the winner there. So that leaves Real Madrid on 9 points, Arsenal on 6, and then we're tied with Bodo on 4, ahead on head-to-head and goal difference at the minute. But that does mean that we've both got Real Madrid and Arsenal to play in our last 2 games, but those games are now vitally important. Right guys, moving into game week 5, and this is the lineup that we're going for today. I believe it to be our strongest lineup. Right back is maybe questionable on that as to the strongest lineup, but Stefan John is still injured. We're away at the Emirates against Jurgen Klopp's Arsenal, so we're going to see just how well we can do. Hopefully we can maybe pick up a draw, but I highly doubt it. As long as Real Madrid actually beat Bodo, then I'm not really bothered. It's all about 3rd place in the group at the minute, and then hopefully we get a favourable draw in the Europa League. Continue our building process in the Europa League. Right, corner for Cosmos. 15 minutes in, it's Cesarini to take it. It's towards that near post. It's headed away by Aramu though. Now it's Aït-Nouri for Arsenal looking to get Uvard away over the top, and he has. And Uvard's hit the post with a little bit of a let off for us there. Real Madrid have taken the lead against Bodo, which is good though. But it's Odegaard with the corner for Arsenal. Odegaard rises highest, and somehow the ball's not gone in the net. It's Odegaard again for Blanco though. And we're just throwing bodies in the way of the ball, and it ends up going over the crossbar, hanging on a little bit at the start of this game. And again, Arsenal coming forward with Bozovic, now Aït-Nouri, who's done really well on this left-hand side from what I've seen for Arsenal in a couple of games, to Odegaard, to Aramu, but Esteval Cirillo gets the tackle in there too, but it's Aramu able to pick the ball up again. Ball forward by Aït-Nouri, but Marin comes out, collects that one quite comfortably ahead of the attacker. Now he's looking to get Alfonso away. Alfonso can't win the header though. Blanco wins it instead. And now it's Blanco with the ball again. Feeds Abascal to Ogar, who's got Uvard ahead of him. Uvard's through, and Uvard's curled this one into the far post past Marin in goal there, and Arsenal take the lead in the 28th minute. And again, we find ourselves behind at the Emirates. Odegaard with the corner. It's in towards that near post again. It's a decent header, but it has gone over the bar. And incidentally, Real Madrid are 2-0 up against Bodo now, which is just helping us even more. For some reason, we were looking for Yong Hee with that goal kick. You know, he's not going to win anything in the air. He's, what, 5'6", did I say he was? But Odegaard pulling the strings again for Arsenal to Uvard, to Aït-Nouri. Good ball into the box. And again, we've pushed the player over in the penalty area. I don't know what it is about our central defenders. I'm not on get stuck in, anything like that. They just seem to be able to, without fail, push an attacker over in the penalty area, and again we've given away a penalty. I think that's 3 out of the 5 games now that we've given away a penalty in. It's going to be Odegaard to take the penalty, and he sends the goalkeeper the wrong way to make it 2-0 to Arsenal. I think as a team this season we've actually gone backwards a little bit. I do think we've gone backwards a little bit. We have got a lot of youth in this squad though. Like, we've got 3 18-year-olds there in our midfield. Alfonso is only 21, 19, Amelsberger 19. So, you know, we are a super young team, and I don't really want to make too many changes to it. It's I want the guys to grow and develop, and hopefully they can grow into quite a good team together. There's a lot of potential in this squad, and hopefully they can stick to that. Cesarini's having a poor game. In fact, I'm going to take Cesarini off. Get Cabrera on. Confirm that sub. Right, into the 67th minute, and it is Arsenal again. It's Uvard to Odegaard to Hakan Usta over the top towards Ogar. Nunez misses the header. Ogar's through towards the byline. We have managed to hold him up a little bit though, but Alfonso wins the header at the near post, at the far post, sorry. But Blanco does pick up the ball, looking to strive forward, and now Alfonso cuts that out nicely. Irishev has been fouled by Abascal. Abascal's going to get himself sent off here. Quite nicely in this bottom left-hand corner, you can see Real Madrid are now 4-0 up against Bodo, which is helping us out massively. Of course, we are beating Bodo on the head-to-head. We have got some really, really poor performances in this game. Yong Hee is actually having a shocker. We're going to get Revolta on for Yong Hee. And now approaching the end of the game, it's Aït-Nouri for Tomic. I've just noticed that Cirillo is also on a 5.9 there, although we've offered nothing going forward. Aït-Nouri with the ball again to Tomic. Back to Bulgarin. Now Hakan Usta to Tomic again. Great ball forward towards Kampa. What? Kampababadul. Kampababadul. It's going to a VAR check. It's 3-0 to Arsenal, though. The goal has been awarded. We're going to get Cirillo off, bring Marcus Silva on. It's not really at that point in the game. Thankfully, Real Madrid have smashed Bodo, and they've had 2 players sent off as well, Solheim and Lawson. But that is another poor performance by SS Cosmos. What can you do against teams like Real Madrid and Arsenal? That leaves us sat 3rd in the group with 1 game to go. It is against Real Madrid. It is at the San Marino Stadium. Bodo do have Arsenal to play though. Of course, they picked up their win against Real Madrid. So going into the final game week, it's all up for grabs. Right guys, welcome back. We have made it to the final group stage game at home to Real Madrid. Full strength squad as well for I think the first time this season. You could argue Alfaro and John again, but John is injured. So for me, it is a full strength squad. Obviously, I'm looking forward to the game against Real Madrid. I'm hoping that Arsenal can do the business for us against Bodo. It's really, really important for us in terms of qualification for the Europa League, and our nation and club coefficients going forward. Also for the reputation of the club. Why are none of these working? They are working. Okay, right. Let's get straight into it. Hopefully we can pick up a result here. As I say that, Real Madrid straight away on the attack. Vieira with the free kick, and it's Nikolic with the header, which has gone just wide of the post inside the second minute, which is disappointing. Bodo are at home to Arsenal, which could be a little bit of an advantage for them. Real Madrid and Arsenal have both qualified. We can no longer qualify for the second stage of the Champions League, so hopefully Arsenal can still do us a favour. Marion with the goal kick, which the Real Madrid players win in the air, but Alfaro there wins the header again, but it's Bastoni to Thomas, inside to Camavinga. Now Torres to Thomas again. He's forced backwards to Camavinga, but they've worked that really, really well, Real Madrid. Now Torres advancing into the penalty area, goes for goal. Marin gets something on it, pushes it wide off the post. Good save there by Alberto Marin. In goal for Cosmos, it is going to be a corner. Arsenal have taken the lead against Bodo, which is great. Vieira with the corner, it's well headed clear by Cesarini, only as far as Ibon though, who does get the ball back towards Vieira. But Football Manager decides that's the end of the highlight. It's another corner for Real Madrid though. Vieira again, and this time Alessandro Bastoni gets himself on the end of it for his first goal of the season. And we find ourselves behind at home to Real Madrid. Right, 34th minute, Cesarini with the long throw. It's poor though, it's cleared by Ramos, only as far as Nunez. Finds Alfaro to Ricky North. He's got Alfaro outside of him. Back to North again. Needs to find a Young He. Does find Young He. Alfaro, can he get the ball into the box? He can. It's blocked though. North wins the header. Young He again. Can he work some of his magic? It's a great ball forward to Cirillo, and it's a fantastic save by Lafont in goal. A really well worked goal again. Young He, the architect. Ricky North's really, really struggling. In fact, we're going to do what our assistant says there. Nunez can't get his head on the ball, and Thales Gabriel are looking to get Fabio Vieira away, but it's well covered by Alfaro, and the ball's back with Marin in the Cosmos goal. It's another corner for Real Madrid. They are absolutely peppering us with corners in this first half. Nikolic gets his head on the end of this one though, but it has gone harmlessly over the bar. And that's half time. We've actually had a shot on target. It was that one that we saw by Cirillo. It's not been the best of games so far. We do find ourselves behind at the break though, so we're relying on Arsenal to beat Glimt for us. I think I saw it was more than 1-0 there. I'll have another look at the end of this highlight. It's another corner that we've dealt with well though. We've got it away, but it's as far as Thomas, who's been allowed all the space on the left hand side to get forward, and now I need to be careful that Young He doesn't get himself sent off. Camavinga to Ramos to Gabriel, now Vieira to João Bosco on this right hand side. Feeds Vieira, gets the ball into the box towards Camavinga, but Alfie Moon heads it away. Nikolic picks up the ball. He's got Camavinga, turns, gets the shot off. It's a decent effort by Camavinga there, but harmlessly over the bar. Arsenal are 3-0 up against Glimt. That's it. We're going to finish third basically. Cirillo looks for Romero, but Lafont just calmly controls that with his feet. Camavinga looking for Fabio Vieira. Now João Bosco feeds the ball over towards Gabriel, but it's well covered by Nunez. Alfie Moon looking for Romero, but it's headed clear by Bastoni. Now Torres advancing. He's been allowed to go a long way, but his effort is wasteful. 52nd minute, and it's a goal kick by Marin. Hopefully we can win one in the air. We don't. Nikolic wins that one. I might have to look to adjust that in the tactics to get us to play short maybe from these goal kicks, because we're just giving the ball straight back to our opposition. Fabio Vieira to Bosco though. Cesarini cuts it out. Now Cirillo finds Young He. Can Young He get somebody away? It's a great ball over towards Romero. Can Romero score? He's wasted it. It was another fantastic pass by Young He though. He really does have some passing on him. We need to feed him the ball really, see if he can pull the strings in that midfield for us. Cirillo underneath this one. No, Nikolic wins it. Now João Bosco to Ibon. Nikolic forced back to Lafont, who rolls it out calmly to Bastoni. Now Torres, Camavinga, Real Madrid passing the ball around really, really well here. Torres feeds Thomas. Thomas advancing towards the byline, can get the ball into the box. It's a good cross towards Gabriel, but it's well headed clear by Amelsberger, and Cirillo picks it up. It finds a Ramiro. He's got support. It's Cirillo looking to get Cesarini away down the left-hand side. Can Cesarini advance? Can he beat his man? He can. He pulls it back towards Alfonso. Great ball towards Cirillo, and Cirillo puts the ball into the net, but it is going to go to VAR. Is this going to be the route back into the game for us? The referee is checking the VAR, and it has been allowed. It's been allowed. It's great play down this left-hand side. Alfonso with a nice little ball forward to Cirillo, just slots it past the goalkeeper. And we've scored against Real Madrid, which is really, really good. Now that puts this Bodo result, there's no doubt about it now. We are going to finish third in the group. The points tally's a little bit poor, though, compared to the last couple of seasons. But then we've got Arsenal and Real Madrid in our group. Gabriel is forward now. It's a good block in the centre of defence there by, I think that one's Nunez. No, it's Amelsberger. It's Gabriel again. Finds João Bosco with the effort, and it's gone just over the bar. Cesarini throwing on the left-hand side. I need to turn off that long throw routine because we just haven't got anybody who can do long throws like that, really. They've gone long towards Mbappe. Mbappe's come off the bench now. That's just what you want to see. And immediately Mbappe's involved. It's a good save by Marin, though. It's going to be Real Madrid again, though. João Bosco down this right-hand side. Finds Kegini. It's forward towards Mbappe. Surely Mbappe's offside there. The linesman has raised his flag. We're going to get a VAR check, but the linesman had his flag up. It looked offside to me, and I really hope it is. Bodo got one back against Arsenal, and it is disallowed. Kylian Mbappe denied his 16th goal of the season there by the offside flag. Final couple of minutes of this game, though, and Real Madrid have, they've outplayed us, of course they have, but we have managed to get the draw against Real Madrid, and that is going to seal our passage into the knockout rounds of the Europa League. Just confirmation there. Real Madrid finished top of the group, 13 points. Arsenal just a point behind on 12. We only picked up 5 points ourselves this season, but thankfully we have finished third in the group to continue the growth of this club, to continue the coefficients ticking over. Now, hopefully, we get ourselves a nice, easy draw for the Europa League. So hopefully, we can progress quite far in that. That is going to be the end of today's episode, though, guys. I hope you enjoyed the new format. Hopefully, once I've edited it all down, it works out all right and it's not too long. Next episode, though, is going to be the draw for the Europa League. Then, obviously, we'll take on the 2 games in the Europa League. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and I will see you all for the next episode. I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best.